Hey everyone, this is Mashirta. So the focus of today's study is grammar. That's why later please open your student book page 63 and 106 and also your workbook page 56. So today's topic is about question text and we are also going to talk about the use of emphatic to, but only a little bit. Okay. Now let's talk about some basic rules of question text. Here I present to you 4 sentences that you can also find on your student book on page 63, either on page 63 or on page 106. So, let's talk about the first sentence. George is ill, isn't he? Where's the question tag? This is the question tag, isn't he? If you realize, the use of question tag here is the same as when we use right. So let's try to change that question tag using right. George is ill, right? So the function of question tag here to us for a confirmation of what we have said. Now let's try to find out how to form the question tag here. So isn't he comes from the use of the subject and also the to be in a sentence. So from is positive, we change it into negative. And from George, we change it into its pronoun. George is a boy, right? So we use pronoun he. Now take a look at the second sentence. Maria doesn't smoke, does she? So the question tag is does she? How do we form this question tag? By taking a look at Maria doesn't. So from doesn't, which is negative, we change it into positive, does. And then from Maria, we change it into its pronoun. Maria is a girl, so we change it into she. Alright, now take a look at the third example. Andy can swim, can't he? So this time the sentence use modal verb, which is can. So the question tag, we repeat it again but in different form. So from Andy can, which is positive, we change it into can't he, negative can't. Okay, the last one, they cooked a delicious lunch, didn't they? So the question tag is didn't they? Why do we use didn't? Because if you can see here, we use cooked, verb 2 of cook, and it's in the form of positive verb. So we need to change this positive verb 2 into negative in question tag. However, we shouldn't use cooked, right? That's why we need to use didn't. So the question tag is didn't they? Now let's discuss some special rules of question tags. Take a look at the first sentence here. Everyone likes fish, don't they? So the pronoun that is used in this sentence is everyone. And for the question tag, we should change the pronoun into they. And take a look. The sentence use everyone likes. We use likes because it's reverse to the pronoun that we use. Everyone should be followed by verb 1 with s or es. However, take a look at the question tag here. The pronoun that is used is they, so we shouldn't use doesn't here as the negative form of likes, but we should use don't because the pronoun that we use on the sentence or question tag is they. So everyone likes fish, don't they? That's why if you see everyone, everybody, someone, and somebody as the subject, you need to change the question tag into they. The next sentence is nothing will happen, will it? So if you use nothing here, we need to use it as the pronoun. However, take a look. Why we use positive will if the sentence here, the will is still positive? Can you guess why? Because even though this sentence is in form of positive, the meaning is negative. Nothing will. The meaning is negative. So we need to use positive question tag. It still use will it. However, if you use subject like something or everything, if you make a sentence with those pronouns, it's still positive meaning. Still have positive meaning. So, for example, I'll change nothing into something. Something will happen. So, it's in the form of positive sentence. That's why I need to change will here into won't. Something will happen. Won't it? Okay? So remember, if the subject is nothing, something, and everything, we need to use pronoun it on question tag. Next, there's some milk in the fridge, isn't there? So, if the subject of the sentence is started by using there, we need to use there on a question tag as well. So from there is, which is positive, we change it into isn't there, negative. Okay? Next sentence is, let's study together, shall we? So if you see the use of let's here, we need to use shall we as the question tag because let's itself stands for let us. So you invite someone. That's why the question tag that you should use is shall we. Next, I'm going to play in the match, aren't I? So from I am, we shall use aren't I as the question tag. Don't worry, this is normal and special rules, remember? Meanwhile, if you use I am not late for the meeting, so from I am not, which is negative, you have to use am I, the positive form of I'm not. And the last one is close the door, will you? So you need to use will you if you want to use imperative. Close the door here is imperative. You give a command to someone. Close the door. Open the door. Turn on the TV. You ask someone to do something. So the question tag that you can use is will you? That's all for question tag. Now move on to the next topic, which is emphatic do. Caution, you can only use this in spoken English, not in written English. Alright? So, when shall we use emphatic to? First, if you want to add emphasis or special meaning or particular importance to a sentence. For example, instead of saying you look well, which sounds ordinary and also kind of flat, you add emphatic to and you say you do look well. So, different way of saying the sentence, right? Next example, I really did enjoy the meal. So instead of just saying this sentence by using ordinary form, I really enjoyed the meal, you put an emphasis on your sentence. I really did enjoy the meal. It's tasty. Now take a closer look, guys. Here, instead of using verb to of enjoy, you use the verb to on the emphatic do. So this turns into I really did enjoy the meal. That's how you should use emphatic do. Next, you can use emphatic do to contradict a negative statement. For example, someone said this to you. You didn't buy any bread. Just imagine that you're being accused. And then you want to stand up for yourself. You want to defend yourself. So you contradict this negative sentence, didn't buy. And you say, I did buy some. Here it is. So you contradict what someone say in negative statement by using positive emphatic to. And if you see it again, instead of saying I bought some because you are really angry, you want to defend yourself, you use I did buy. So that's how important it is for us to use emphatic to when we speak. I'll show you other examples of the use of emphatic to. You can also see these sentences on your student book, page 107. Let's contradict these negative sentences. Someone say to you, you never win at tennis. And you want to defend yourself. You want to say that it's not true. So, how do we contradict this negative sentence? By saying, I do win at tennis. What did you say? Okay, next. Alan didn't answer the question. So we need to say that, nah, it's not true. Alan answered the question, but we need to use emphatic to. How? By saying, oh my god, I mean Alan, not Ella, okay? Alan did answer the question. Next, Alex doesn't know how to swim. And we want to defend Alex by saying, Alex knows how to swim. But we need to use emphatic to. So, it becomes Alex does know how to swim. Okay, so if you can see, if you also use from doesn't know, we change it into does know. Okay? Next, the last one. They didn't bring their mobile phones. We want to defend them. So we say, they did bring their mobile phones. Alright? Okay, now open your student book, page 63. Have you opened your student book, page 63? This time, what you need to do is to read this conversation between two friends and underline the question tags that you can find. For example, we found one right away. So, the first question tag is, let's do the brain teaser, shall we? So, we need to underline this sentence with its question tag. Okay? I think you still need to find 3 more question tags. Alright? Please underline them. After that, please move on to exploit part. The first part, you need to complete the sentences with the correct question tags. For example, number 1. Let's do an IQ test, shall we? So, remember, if we use let's, which stands for let's us, we need to use shall we as the question tag. Alright, so please finish number 2 till number 7. After that, move on to the third part. This time, you need to use emphatic do. So, read the lookout box about emphatic do here and write the second line of each dialogue using emphatic do. So, from negative, you need to change them into positive. You need to contradict a negative statement. For example, number 1. You don't know Jane. It's a negative statement. Don't know. Someone accused you. So, what you should say is, I do know Jane. You defend yourself. I do know Jane. What are you talking about? Okay. Next, I'll give you this example. I didn't say I'd help you. That's so mean. Okay, so the negative statement is I didn't say I'd help you. You need to change it into you did say you'd help me. So from negative to positive. Okay, now try to finish from number 3 and answer from number 3 to 6. Okay? After that, please open your workbook. Page 56. So on page 56, the first thing you have to do is to match the phrases to make rules about question tags. Okay? So, for example, negative question tags follow affirmative statements. Yes, so after affirmative statements, you need to use negative question tags. Okay? Next, on part 2, you need to choose the correct answer. For example, number 1, let's go to the beach. We shall use shall we. So circle shall we. Okay. On part 3, you need to complete the sentences. For example, number 1, it's cold. So from positive is, we change it into isn't it, negative. Okay, after finishing that part, please also do the fourth part. There are mistakes in 6 of the sentences. Find them and correct them. For example, number 1, everyone is coming to see the match, isn't they? Remember, we use they for everyone pronoun here. So, the to be should follow the pronoun they here. So the mistake is isn't, and we should correct it into aren't. Okay? And the last thing you have to do is part 5. You have to choose the best response to each sentence. Number 1, you didn't book a table at the restaurant. Oh, you were accused. So, your response would be, I did book a table. Not I did a table. Oh my god. What did you do to a table? So, you have to circle this, okay? Alright, that's all for your task. Please do your task on your student book and your workbook. After that, capture the images of your answers and send it to me, and the deadline will be on Friday, April 10th, 2020. Okay, so that's all for today, everyone. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe, take care of yourself, and have a great day. Bye bye.